Hey, how's everybody doing? My name's Lex Coupe and I'm back giving you some Crisis 2 gameplay. It's pretty action-packed. I'm all over the place, so I just sit back and enjoy. Think of it as a movie. It's actually kind of funny because the thought is the thought has come up to me a couple of times. Some people ask me, "Why do you play video games? Why do you play the same games over and over again? You play the same maps over and over again. Isn't it boring?" And to me, I say no. The way I look at it is that playing video games is like an action-packed movie. How did I not beat that guy down? That's bullshit. But anyways, playing video games is like an action-packed movie that has a different ending every single time. You may have the same score, but your route is different. It's pretty much impossible to play two games the exact same. The odds on that is just ridiculous. By the way, before you guys, I'm sure you guys have already noticed, there's no sound in this game. This is that one game that I thought that I mentioned that I was gonna post. And by the way, this is always the best option. If you have guys following you down there, I just got a double kill. If you have guys following you down that elevator shaft, you drop down there. They will have to. You get down there first, and if they choose to follow you down, they will be frozen because they're gonna be stunned from the fall, and you're gonna be able to melee them like in two melees before they even have a chance to react. So if you have guys on your ass, jump down the elevator shaft. If they drop a grenade, you can quickly run out, and I'm sure the grenade won't hit you. But if they stay up there and fire down, I don't think you can actually look directly straight down, so I don't think they'd have the proper angle if they tried looking down and firing upon you because it's so steep. So I think that they have two options: either throw a grenade down or follow you down. If they throw a grenade down, you'll know about it. You'll have a second to run out, and if they jump down, they're pretty much screwed. But anyways, yeah. So this is the game that I said before that I was thinking about posting because it's so action packed. I'm all over the place, um, and but there's no sound. So that was the few games where when I was recording this, I was having trouble with my hop hog, and I switched to the recording of the settings where I switched to PlayStation instead of Xbox because that was one of the recommendations, and it was under the influence that it might help with my issue at the time, and it didn't make any difference. I was still having the same problem, so I ended up switching it back. Um, I was just having a problem with my hotbar freezing and the program freezing, and so. But I haven't had that. Actually, I've only had that happen one night, and he does it again. He falls me down again. It's such a good strategy to play. But anyways, um, the night that this happened, it was ridiculous. It was like every other game, the program would freeze, and I'd have to restart my computer. And I was playing in a room with a buddy of mine, so I couldn't just like wait for my computer to restart before we started playing again, because that would have been a dick move by me. So I missed a few games. I couldn't record it, and there's no theater mode in this fucking game, which kind of sucks. But whatever. It doesn't matter. I got a couple of my best games of the night. I got to record them, so I just haven't. This was one of the other ones. Um, this is the one where I got. This is the biggest score I've ever gotten. That guy, I don't know where that guy came from. But anyways, the whole point of this commentary, which that's pretty cool. I love the slow motion bullet to the head. Is comparing playing video games to movies, because in all honesty, it's just like an action-packed movie that has a completely different plot every time. The surroundings are the same, but the plot's different. You win or you lose. That can change from games. The score that you win by or lose, it's just. If you ever watched a movie that I went down that elevator shaft, but that was by accident. If you ever watched a movie, an action-based movie, and watched it more than a couple of times, just because you like the action, that's exactly what I have an interest in video games for. Now, I'm sure a lot of you who are watching this have the same interest. That's why you're watching my videos, because it's not like I post, you know, videos about what's going on in the government. I'm not. I don't do blogs or anything like that, or vlogs, I guess it would be called. I'm not one of those guys. I don't have. I post gameplay videos because I love video games. I have my whole life, and I also have no problems watching a movie more than once, midair, pwned. Um, I love watching movies over and over again. I have probably. I don't have the largest collection of movies, but I've got a decent sized collection. I've got like 400 DVDs, all bought in. I don't like download. I buy all my DVDs, and I still have some VHS tapes. I have like 200 VHS movies. Um, but I guarantee you, out of all my DVDs, actually out of all my movies, I've seen every single one of my movies minimum 5 to 10 times. I watch my movies over and over again. I love movies. I actually went back to school. Part of the reason why I went back to school is to get into game development of some sort. I started out with programming, that didn't work out. Now I'm getting into multimedia, and I can get into 3D animation, and from there I can either get into 3D movies, animation movies, which would be pretty cool, or I can get into game development, or I can get into advanced film. So those are my options, and I might do all three because I love movies, I love video games, and I've always enjoyed those Pixar animation movies. And it was actually pretty cool. At the beginning of one of my programs this year, the teacher actually let us watch a short documentary on like how Pixar got started, and like they're originally a software company, or is it a hardware company? Let me know in the comment section below what you think. But anyways, originally they were a company that didn't have anything to do with animation. They literally just made. I think it was a software company. They made programs, and so they started out doing that, and they had a small group of people that they basically made dedicated to testing out and showing the capabilities of their programs, and that's how they got into doing the animations. So they did these animations and entered them into these. It was not like a contest. It was kind of like a show of of what people have been doing over the past year, and they kept. I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of what the show was called, but it was basically just like, everybody brings what they did in the previous year. So they started doing these minor animations, and it started out with a bee, and this bee was just, they bumped into a guy, and the guy started running, and then the bee followed the guy, and when they actually this is like their first animation, and it was like groundbreaking with like the 3D animation and like the body movements of the characters and the bee, and like it wasn't even finished. It was the first half of it was finished. The second half, because they were rushing it to get it out there, the second half of the video was actually still in graph. It wasn't full animation. It was still in graph animation, and it still blew people away. People were just in complete awe of what the Pixar had created. And from there on out, they decided, all right, we're gonna just. The owner of the company said, all right, well, why don't you guys just keep doing this? And they actually originally weren't gonna do it for a while. They were gonna stop doing it, but the people just had such a love for what they were doing, and they continued it, and now it makes them a large income. It's pretty big, so that's what they do now. I hope you enjoyed my stories, and I hope you enjoyed my gameplay. This is Lex Coupe saying rate, comment, subscribe, do what you do, skadoosh.